Okay, here we go. Submission. Wait, okay, hold up just a minute. Before you scroll, right, just hear me out. I know that word is triggering for some. In fact, you may have felt some tension in your chest just hearing it. Because the word has become symbolic of abusive control, of patriarchy, of oppression. But what if I told you that's not how it was ever designed to be? I think it's time we have an honest conversation around the idea of submission to shift the paradigm on the subject from a biblical perspective, though. So, let's have a conversation. You see, as a man submitted to the Lord Yeshua, I had to learn from the example he set in the Garden of Gethsemane when he said, "Not my will, but your will be done." The New Testament epistles tell us that the Lord Yeshua had to learn obedience even unto the cross. You see, submission is not about powerful I and powerless you. It's about posture. Here's a core idea. When your partner's happiness becomes your focus, submission becomes a lot easier. Not because you're forced to, but because you want to. Wives, when you're making a decision, seek your husband's approval, not his permission. Those are two different things. Let me explain. Permission has to do with him controlling what you can and cannot do. Approval is all about his agreement and his happiness being a central consideration in what you ultimately choose to do. Because at the end of the day, here's another true thing. God did not give man the authority to enforce submission, primarily because it was never meant to be enforced externally. It was meant to be an internal choice, a voluntary act on the part of the person submitting as an act of love. So no, you don't need his permission to act. But if you love him, you will care about what pleases him, and you will seek his approval. Because if you can go through life without ever asking, will this please my husband? That's not submission. And I question if that's even love.